Hello dear kids, today in this video we are going to start invitation writing from your writing section, which is very important topic for class 11th and 12th. So as I've told you, the topic is invitation writing. Dear kids, man is a social animal, right? And the interaction and the communication between human beings is quite natural. In fact, it has become unavoidable, and we may share many views either orally or in writing. So that's why such type of writings are very important for us. When we talk about invitation writing, as we hold many social functions such as celebration of birthdays, engagement, wedding, marriage anniversaries, appointment promotions, or many formal invitations also, like annual school function or annual sports day, right? Such important dealings. So an invitation is a request to an individual to come or go somewhere or to do something, right? So invitations, as you can see on your screen, this is the format. This is one wedding card actually, right? I've designed for you. So this type of invitations are known as formal invitation cards, right? As we have two kinds of invitations, we can have both formal as well as informal. So this on your screen you can see formal invitation, right? So when we talk about this formal invitation is also divided into two parts. One can be printed on the cards, or that can be drafted. The second part is that can be drafted on in the form of some social letters. And the card format you can see here on the screen, right? This is your card format of formal invitation writing. And the second one is what? That is letter style of formal invitation, and that is exactly same, that is having same format like the formal letter. Clear? So formal invitations, as I've told you, can be of two types, right? First is printed invitation card. So this type of this card which you can see here on your screen, this type of card is used to invite the guests to be present on a particular occasion, right? And such type of invitations, they do not include the name of the addressee, right? And this type of card format of invitation we use when we have to give invitation in bulk, right? And second one, when I am talking about the formal typed or handwritten letter style of invitation, the letter addressed to a VIP invited to preside over a social, cultural and educational function. Suppose we have annual function in our school, so if we want someone as chief guest, so that type of letter, that type of invitation, right, we have to give that to that VIP, right? So for an individual, we just write down that type of letter style of cards, but if we want to give the invitation in bulk, so we have to give the invitation of this card format style. So this is actually very important to understand that which format of the invitation you have to use. Right now we are talking about formal invitations only. Please try and understand formal invitation only. And this formal invitation, I have told you, this is having two styles. One is card style, that you have to give to individual, right? And the second one which I am talking about, which is having a same format as formal letter writing, that you have to give to a VIP when you want to invite some VIP to preside the cultural or education function or any social function, right? That's a basic difference, because it is not given in your question that you have to write down in formal style or in card style or letter style, okay? That is not given. Sometimes it is not given that you have to write down formal invitation or informal invitation also. So there also you have to understand, you have to use your wisdom that which style is to be used now in the question. Okay. So once again I am talking to you this very important point of writing invitation writings, that you have to understand that invitations are of two types. One is formal and second one is informal. So formals where we have to do lot of formalities, and informals are the invitations which we have to give to our friends, relatives, etc. Right now we are talking about, in this video we are talking about invitations, formal invitations only, right? So you have to understand that what is that. So formal invitations are formal and polite, pleasant and courteous, and informal invitations generally take the shape and the form of the personal letters, right? So let's talk about this formal letters, but before that let's talk about what is an invitation letter. So invitation letter, an invitation letter is a written or a verbal request inviting someone to go somewhere or to do something. An invitation is a request, a solicitation or an attempt to get another person to join you at a specific event. When you ask people to attend a party, visit your beach house or witness your marriage, you invite them by giving them an invitation, right? Now this is very important that invitations are of two types, one is formal and second is informal, right? And today in this video we are going to see the format and the styles and the samples of this formal only. So formal I have told you it's of two forms, it's of card format and second one is formal letter style, right? So when we talk about this formal letters, the letters which we write to some officers etc., to VIPs etc., so that is called formal letter. Clear? This card is used to invite the persons in bulk. Clear? And this formal letter is used to give to some VIPs, right, to witness the function, like a judge, it may be chief guest etc. I hope you have got this. Next is invitations are of two types. These can be printed on cards and can be drafted in the form of letters. Now here we have to look for formal invitation. So these can be printed on cards or can be drafted in the form of letters, and the main characteristics of these formal invitation: an invitation is a complete information, it answers all the questions. Now which are the points you have to keep in mind: who, whom, when, where, what time and for what. These things should be there. These are the main components of your invitation, right? So who, whom, when, what, where and what is the time, right? So you have to write down occasion, name of the invitees, name of the host, date, time and venues. After that, in case in formal letters too, you can use these standard name of the chief guest also. Suppose in one debate competition is there, or some annual function is there, or some annual sports day is there. So in that case you can give special invitees also, right, in case of official invitation. Now format of the invitation writing, formal invitation. So this is quite important. This thing is format. So what are the things which are included in the format that you have to take care? First is name of the host, standard expression. Now when we talk about the standard expression, right, you may have seen many wedding cards or birthday cards or many cards of such type, right? some shop is getting inaugurated or something like that. So the first line, the standard expression in those all invitations is request the pleasures of your company or solicit your gracious presence, right? So name of the host is given and then this line is given, like Mr. and Mrs. You can say KL Sharma or KL Gupta or something, right? So request the pleasure of your company, or second one is solicit or your gracious presence on such and such occasion. So this is very important line which you have to write down after the name of the host, right? So next thing is purpose of invitation. Now purpose of invitation is, that means that should be highlighted, that occasion is what? It is marriage, it is birthday, it is wedding anniversary, or what is that? So that purpose of invitation should be there. Name of the honoree. What is this name of the honoree? Suppose we are talking about the wedding card of someone. So there you have to write down the name of the girl, the name of the bride and name of the bridegroom. So that is what? Name of the honoree. If we are talking about birthday of someone, so the person whose birthday is being celebrated, his or her name should be written here at the place of name of honoree. Next is day, date, time and event. Okay, day, date, time and event you have to write down. So dates must be written in letters and you should not use abbreviations here, like in months. Okay, in days you should not use abbreviations. This is also very important point. Next is name of the place, location with complete address, enter the address, the venue of the party or the event, as you can see in the invitation cards. Next is RSVP. This is written in the left hand corner of the cards of the formal card style invitations. So this RSVP means respond if it pleases to you. Basically it is a French phrase, right? But we just use this to use respond if it pleases you. So include an RSVP without any dots in the letters, in the abbreviations. So this elegant abbreviation comes from French phrase, and what is that? Respondent see was Platon, which in English means please respond. Okay, and RSVP is an essential at parties where you need to know exactly who will come, so you can organize things according on the basis of convenience. But that is in the fashion nowadays, it is written everywhere in all the cards of the parties and all that. Okay, and marriages and wedding anniversaries, etc. Next thing is telephone or mobile number or address of the host. Okay, so that is the last thing. Now when I talked about here standard expression, this one, request the pleasure of company of your company of the solicit or your gracious presence. Let's talk about this in detail. I have written here 2-3 more phrases which you can use there. First one is request the pleasure of your benign presence. Check the spelling of benign. Generally in the cards in our area, the spelling is given wrong. It's BENIGN. Okay, but here it is in fashion. In some of the cards I have noticed many times it is written something different. Clear? So it is BENIGN, benign presence or company. Seek your auspicious present. So this is the first option I am giving to you. Second one is solicit your gracious presence on the auspicious occasion, and very important thing, occasion also, the spelling of occasion is OCCASION. This is single S, but people are in habit to write down double S. Okay, double C and double S, so that is wrong. Exact spelling is OCCASION. Clear? So I will advise you to learn these spellings by heart, this benign also, this occasion also, because this invitation is of 3 marks only, and if we will do lot many mistakes in this, so that will give the wrong impression, right? So that is not going to help you much. So that's why I am saying you to learn the spellings by heart. Spelling of auspicious also you have to do. It's AUSPICIOUS. Next we have to see the sample of this, what we are talking, card format style and formal invitation, right? So I have taken 2-3 examples here. Let's see. So sample is saying Sunrise Global School. And one more thing I want to tell you, there should be proper alignment of the the words. Okay, so whatever the phrases and whatever the lines you are using here, there should be middle alignment. It is always written in middle alignment. Like you must see here that here space is there also, equal space is there, or we have left the margin here at both of the columns, and then in the middle actually whatever I am using, so that I am using in the middle of the card. Okay, so middle alignment is required in this formal card style of invitation. Clear? And very important thing is you have to keep every invitation in box, whether it is formal, informal, reply, acceptance, refusal, whatever it is having. Clear? So this is also very important thing. Now let's see what is the question. Sunrise Global School, Agra is going to organize a one-act play competition in school auditorium. You have decided to invite noted stage artist Nalini to grace the occasion. Draft a formal invitation for her in about 50 words. You are Karuna Karan, Cultural Secretary, right? So here what is the style? What is this? This is what who is coming here? Nalini. Okay, who is a stage dancer, who is a stage artist. She is going to grace the function. And what is the occasion? This is one act play competition is there, where it is in the school auditorium, right? And you have to be strict with the word limit, that is 50 words only. You are not advised to exceed word limits, right? And you are who? You are Karuna and Karan, and your designation is Cultural Secretary, right? So what is that? Because this is for school, no? So who is the host? Host will be the principal, staff and teachers. So this is very first point as I have discussed with you. The first point of this invitation, this format is what? The name of the host. Clear? So name of the host here is the principal, staff and teachers. Or you may do the principal, staff, student, you can do students, staff and teachers. Okay. Now one more thing, the prepositions which you will use in your invitation writing, that should be written in the separate lines, like the principal, staff and the teachers. Instead of writing off here, that will be wrong. Okay, if you will write down off here, so that will be wrong. So whatever the prepositions of, on, right, you will use, so that you have to write down in separate lines. So like here I have given of. Now you have to write down the name of the school, right? So here what is the name of the school given to you? That is Sunrise Global School. So same you have to do. You may use the different calligraphies, like I have used here some bold and italic letters. Okay, here I am using normal font. So this type of moderation you can do, this type of calligraphy modulation you can give in your writings, okay, to make it more attractive actually. So that name of the school you have written, Sunrise Public School. Now take the pleasure in inviting noted stage artist. So this is what? This is the standard expression where we have taken the short line, or whether you can use here that also, that your benign presence or something like that, the examples I have given you, so that you can do here. But in short you can do take pleasure in inviting noted stage artist Miss Nalini, right, to grace the one act play competition in the school auditorium on Tuesday 1st April 20 whatever it is, from time is also given, that is also. So date, what is the function, what is the occasion, where it is, when it is and what is the time. So these are the important things which you have to write down here, right, that you have mentioned. And next thing you have to do is RSVP. So who is the RSVP? You have been given the designation here, Cultural Secretary. So this you have to give in left hand corner. So this is the style of writing formal invitation, which is in card style, where you have to give invitation from your school side, right. So I hope you got this. You can take the screenshot of this and note down this in your notebooks. Next one we are talking about The next card here is a wedding card. So what you have to do here, this is a wedding card, okay. The first earlier one, that was for so here on the wedding card, what is given first now at first number the name of the host is given, Mr. and Mrs. N.K. Khanna, request the pleasure. Now one thing I want to tell you, this invitation actually that should be written in the third person and not in the first or the second person, okay. So these are very important things which you have to keep in mind here, that the invitation should be written in third person only, right. You will not use first and second person here. And the tense which is to be used here, that is simple present tense to be used, and you will see that it is a polite and courteous tone should be used, and it is used in a single sentence presentation should be there. So you must know, I will tell you what is the, like Mr., this is first point which you have to keep in mind, that is the name of the host, right. And here I want to do one correction, that here it is written Mrs. and Mr. N.K. Khanna, but actual the standard style of writing this is Mr. and Mrs. okay. So here you will do Mr. and here you will do Mrs. So Mr. and Mrs. Khanna request the pleasure. Now you are not adding any full stop here, not any comma here, okay. So this means we are going to write down this complete invitation in a single sentence. Second thing is what? That is standard expression. Okay, I have advised you one thing, that this of you have to use in second line. So if you are using here also in the first line, that is wrong, but in second line if you are using, that is okay. But if you want to give this preposition in second line itself, so that is okay. Right now, okay. Now it is what? The third thing. Clear? So that is what? On the occasion of marriage of their daughter. It is also right here, it is also okay. But if you want to write down this marriage here, right, if you will do up to here occasion, then you will do of, and then marriage you will highlight, okay, marriage of their daughter, something like this. If you are writing this way, that is also good, but this the occasion should be highlighted separately. I want to say this. Clear? So what is the correction made here? This is Mr. and Mrs. N.K. Khanna request the pleasure of your benign presence on the occasion of the marriage of their daughter. Now we have to write down the name of the honoree. So name of the honoree is what? Means the name of the bride and bridegroom you have to write down, because we are preparing a wedding card, right. So that is what? Aditi with Mehul, it is given here. Here one thing you have to mention, the name of the parents of, if it is you are writing for bride, so name of the parents of bridegroom you have to write down, right, because that information is to be given here. So Mehul, son of Mr. and Mrs. Rajiv Arora, Chandigarh, right. On. So here one more advice I want to give you, this on you can write down here, but it is okay if you are writing here too. On 20th October 2000, the year you can decide, at 10 AM, clear, Hotel Vikram, Lajpat Nagar, New Delhi. And now in the left hand corner, what you have to do, RSVP N.K. Khanna, and phone number is whatever the phone number you want to give here, so that you have to write down. So this RSVP in the left hand corner, in the end you have to give, and here you can do the address, okay, or something from the best wishes from here in this corner, you can use that also. But if you don't want to use, so that is also right, okay. So just take the screenshot of this and note down the sample of invitation for marriage in your notebook, right. So this is enough for today, and in our next video we will see the samples of replies of formal invitation writing. Thank you very much for today, and keep on preparing the invitations, and enjoy learning, enjoy study, stay safe, stay happy. Thanks.